what if I put tofu in my vodka pasta? And if you're really surprised and you're like, Shruti, what are you doing? You gotta wait until you see the end result, because honestly, I think I actually like this version way more. Back in college, I treated vodka pasta, specifically spicy vodka pasta, like a personality trait. And I would often get it served on gnocchi because carbs on carbs on carbs. I was also 18 then and could probably run that off. That is clearly not the case anymore. Silken tofu is the key here. It's gonna form the creamy base of the sauce. It blends right in. You won't even be able to tell that it's tofu. We're gonna dump the whole package into the blender. You'll see that it's a lot softer than traditional tofu, so kind of like a custard consistency. And we're just gonna blend it up. And look at that. Just look at how creamy that is. So that's all tofu. We're gonna set this aside for the time being until we make the rest of the pasta, and then I will just add this in place of the heavy cream. Start with a bit of olive oil and some butter. You wanna stay at a medium heat, and then add the shallots. Cook a little bit, and then tomato paste. Usually use about half a tube. I'm using minced garlic, but you can also use real garlic. And then a teaspoon of Calabrian chili. I want to give this a good mix. And as it's cooking, add about 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of vodka to deglaze the pan. You want to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes until the alcohol is fully burned off. And don't worry, you are not gonna get drunk eating the pasta. The alcohol will be fully burned off before you eat it. Now, you'll want to add crushed tomatoes, about 14.5 ounces. And let this cook down a little bit. Here you'll want to add some nutritional yeast for umami. We'll also be adding Parmesan later, and some smoked paprika. Let this cook down for about 3 minutes. It should thicken considerably, like you see here. You don't want it to start browning, so make sure you turn the heat to a low before you add the silken tofu. You'll want to incorporate about a 3/4 to start with. Slowly incorporate it. You'll want the heat very low here, so you don't curdle the tofu. You can also use a whisk if you would like. I've already started using a silicone spatula, so I am gonna stick with this. A little bit of salt, touch of black pepper, creamy and delicious. We add pasta straight in. A good toss to combine. I like my pasta pretty saucy, but if you want, you can reduce the amount of silken tofu or the tomatoes. But why would you? And you're done. Some cheese, because everybody needs more cheese. If you told me that had tofu in it, I would call you a liar.